morning. Sorry about the dead air, guys. Hey, y'all know I was off yesterday. I had to go to the doctor's office. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Geechee.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, girl. Back up off that mic because we got the echo in effect. Oh, it's Tuesday. It's 2 for Tuesday today, guys. Make sure you get your blunt, your base, your dads. Call your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your aunt, your uncle, and make sure you call your mama, cause your mama gonna want to hear today's show. For those who listened to the Steve Harvey Morning Show yesterday and checked out the show, boy, I'm gonna tell you like this here. I wanted to comment so bad it was ridiculous, but I didn't have my cell phone on me so I could call in. I couldn't text or nothing on the way to the doctor's office. So this is what I did. I went on Instagram last night, right before I went to bed, because I had a lot of running around to do. You know, once you go and do one thing, you got to do 50,000 others. So I went to Instagram last night and posted up part of my response. And if you came to Instagram this morning just to see what the response is, thank you so very much for tuning in. Steve, Cheryl, I'm just going to claim all of y'all going to tune in because I know y'all seen that post. And I want to say, first and foremost, thank you. Geechee, when we come back, because you know we got to start the Lily Dance. After we come
got to do our Lily Dance.
Yeah, we got to do the Lily Dance. We 2 weeks behind now. And I done picked up a couple of pounds. So, no. And then we got the birthday cake coming up this week, and I'm talking about actual birthday cake. My birthday is Thursday, so it's gonna be a 2-hour show. I'm trying to get one of my special guests, and they have not responded yet, so I'm gonna have to hit them back up today. Now, if you listen, I need you to hit me back up, dude. Dang, it's my birthday, and I want you as my guest, so please hit me back. What else is going on? We got a lot of stuff that's going on today. Hey, Geechee.
Yeah.
You ready to wobble?
I'm ready to wobble with it.
Yeah, we finna wobble with it. That is the Lily Dance of the day. It's called the wobble. Please check out on YouTube how to do the wobble if you haven't done it before. And with us and Blunt TV, we trying to get y'all back in shape. So, without further delay, we're going to let y'all wobble it. Oh, did I tell them to get everything they need to get, Geechee?
I think you did tell them to get everything they need. If they didn't give vapes, pens, they blunts, they bongs, they whatever.
I just want to make sure, man. I'm going to tell you, they put me on a new muscle relaxant. I'm kind of loopy this morning, so forgive me, guys. Hey, let's get at it. It's the wobble. As soon as the wobble is over, we gonna be back, and we gonna read the strawberry letter in its entirety in case you was like you didn't hear it. So we'll be right back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show with Miss Geechee Green and Miss Green Jeans. Geechee,
what's up?
Pass the blunt,
Let's
girl.
go do this.
Yes, pass that blunt. I need it.
All right.
Saving time. I can dance, homie, on two-step. Y'all looking at something like a true player. A girl told me that a man that can dance might could possibly get down with the tool in his pants. Now I'ma ladies, let me see it vibrate. And when it's over, you ain't gonna need your bird. Cause I'm a pro, make you bend your back low, then the pound it real fast, just like the percolate.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Get it now. Yeah, yeah. Get it now. Yeah, yeah. Get it now. Yeah, yeah. Get it now. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, big girl, make her back it up. Make her back it up. Hey, big girl, make her back it up. Make her back it up. Hey, big girl, make her back it up. Make her back it up. Hey, big girl, make her back it up. Make her back it up. Back it up. Girl, wobble it, and I'ma gobble it. I see you moving your head, go ahead, bobble it. We can cradle the bed, I'm straight racking it. The girl say, man, like the double racket shit. Damn, I'm so explicit, but I can't help it, my flow ridiculous. Boy, got a gift like it gotta be Christmas. Swag on this like you gotta be gifted. The girls brought cameras, and they want pictures, and they gon' frame them to see that. Little bit while I'm saying my scriptures. Cause I leave you holy like you pray in the temple. 1B, I move with the letter of a pencil. And my won't miss you, good night kiss you. Take it damn back, cause you got pistol. And I don't think Donnie pick her up these issues.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Yeah. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Get it now. Yeah, yeah. Get it now. Yeah, yeah. Get it now. Yeah, yeah. Get it now. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, big girl, make her back it up. Make her back it up. Hey, big girl, make her back it up. Make her back it up. Hey, big girl, make her back it up. Make her back it up. Hey, big girl, make her back it up. Make her back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up.
And we're back. Welcome to the Wake.
We are back.
Yes, yes, yes. Now,
We're tuned into the Wake and Bake Show.
yes, indeed. Why you catch your breath
You
for
ready?
a second? I know y'all been working it out. I'm gonna tell you like this here. The wobble is a good way to start getting that blood flowing. I mean, cause yeah, didn't do it with y'all because I was talking to Geechee off air. But you better believe I'm gonna get my wobble in. If I play it daily. I do it just like y'all for the whole week. I do it. Sometimes I do it on air. Sometimes I do it off air. Today is gonna be the off air situation because the girl is dragging. Geechee, girl, let me tell you something. I'm so sick of Big Pharma. I am dragging ass this morning. If you hadn't
Well,
noticed. Yeah.
it's all right. I still gonna fire up underneath you because I ready to hear this.
You ready to hear that
this
letter? Okay, this is what's posted on Instagram on Steve Harvey TV. To pup or not to pause the strawberry letter with Shirley, tap to hear the lake or the bottle to hear Shirley's response. That's if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
The subject was, it's my house and I smoke if I want to. Dear Steve and Shirley, my wife and I have been married for 5 years. We live in a 5-bedroom home. My parents recently moved to the city we live in to be closer to their grandchildren, our kids. My wife and I have allowed my parents to stay with us temporarily while they move into their new home. Everything was going great until my mother started having an issue with my wife. My wife smokes weed and often... What is that, Geechee?
What?
I don't know what that sound was. It was a sound. And often I don't have an issue with it, but I have to ask her nicely not to smoke weed in front of my parents out of respect. I smoke weed occasionally with her, but I was raised by my elders. I was raised to respect my elders, so I will go in the backyard or to do it in the garage out of respect for my parents. My wife was raised differently, and she says it's her house. And she says she shouldn't have to hide anything just because we're having guests to come. So my mom is complaining daily. What is that background sound? It's horrible. Whatever you're doing, Geechee is picking up on mic.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just heard it again. Okay. She said, let me get back there. She says that it's her house and she shouldn't have to hide anything just because we have guests. So my mom is complaining daily, and I'm not sure how to handle this. What to do when your wife smokes weed with her mom when we go visit her parents. This is impacting our marriage, but my wife doesn't get it. My parents are beginning to look uncomfortable in our house, and I hate that they don't feel like they can sit and watch TV with us because of the weed smell and smoke. I can't believe that my wife is this disrespectful and would choose being high over being a decent daughter-in-law. Please help. Now, if you read my response online, and I'll read it to you here right now if it'll pull up. It might not, because they got like 40-some responses on here. I'm going to scroll into it. I see it. You know, I would love to hear your opinions. I have a chat board in here on speaker.com. Please tune in on that. Or you can call my number, 803-412-9386. I'm going to have to play out the next song because it's in the other room, so I got to go get it. But this is my response that I want y'all to hear. But it's a part 2 of the response. And Geechee, when we come back from the break, you heard the complete story. You've had a chance to mull over it. And when we come back from that quick break, we are I'm gonna let Geechee chime in, but I'm gonna go ahead and start it off like this. I feel it is more to this story, but she should smoke in her house, but in a room where the in-laws are not. Light a candle, place a towel at the door, and crack a window. To hear the rest of the story, check me out on iHeartRadio on the podcast, Miss Green Jeans Wake and Bake, Puff Puff Pass, the 3 P's. Now, when we come back, which we're going to be gone for about exactly 3 minutes and 22 seconds, this gives y'all an opportunity to call everybody you need to call if you ain't already texting and everything right now. Because I'm gonna turn Geechee Green loose on that, and then I'm gonna give my final response. It's the Wake and Bake Show with Miss Green Jeans and Geechee Green. And let me tell you something, guys. Steve, Carla, Shirley, Tommy, and everybody else, make sure you get ready because y'all gonna love these responses. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Squinting like a mother Asian persuasion. Truth be told, just a high Caucasian. Strange junkie, yeah, I'm the first to admit it. If you're crossing up genetics and you know I wanna get it, spark up cuz we squinting cross the nation. Probably never hear this on your radio station. CD, iTunes, SoundCloud, this. Bump it real loud, get your neighbors real pissed. Come over knocking with an attitude that's funky. When they leave, they squinting and smell a little funky. But that's okay, it's just how we do. Squinting with your old homeboy J. Woo. Call me the candle man cause I'm sugar wax stabbing. Love me the shadow, gonna grab a full slab and get this party started the best way I know how. And every single one of us be squinting for a while. We're squinting, yeah, that's how we do it. When you blazing with your old boy J. Woo says squinting each and every single day. Pass up one around like this record do play. We're squinting every time we roll through. When you blazing with your old boy J. Woo says squinting early morning to the night. Just make sure my bong ain't packed too tight. Squinting, you can call me Mr. Miyagi. Blood so green, call it Kermit the Froggy. Getting my mind foggy off the garden of weeding. Eyes wide shut is a life I'm leading. Now we proceeding to squint and get lifted. What strength you got to make reality shifted? If you've been around for a minute or two, know if it that good and make the J review. It's a guest choice till the end of the song. Do you wanna spark a joint, a blunt, bowl, a bomb? Lungs get ready with your squint game, baby. Think you can hang with the squint squad, maybe? Grab a dab who could be the party starter. Also grab a bong and please change the water. Rooms elevated, all y'all minds are lifted. Squinting to the words of the most gifted. Squinting, yeah, that's how we do it. When you blazing with your old boy J. Woo says squinting each and every single day. Pass a blunt around like this record do play. Says squinting every time we roll through. When you blazing with your old boy J. Woo says squinting early morning through the night. Just make sure my bong ain't packed too tight. Squinting like it was my 9 to 5. So much honey in my jar, you thought I robbed a hive. Eyes wide shut, if you know what I'm saying. Living the squint life, y'all know I ain't playing. Dabs on deck, ounce of flour in the glove box. Head out to the work, we bout to hot box some moon rocks. Back up in a party and I got one wish. Hoping that I get to try that squish. Sipping round the table, THC infused drinks. Squint with your homie, talking about what he thinks. Brought the distillate with them added in turks. DTFO knocking out them twerks. Please Just make sure your boy don't fall. Who's the DK Dab King out, y'all? You want a good time? Let's do some bone races. Then we're gonna have a whole room of squinting faces. Squinting, yeah, that's how we do it. When you're blazing with your old boy, J. Roo said squinting each and every single day. Pass the blunt around like this record do play. We're squinting every time we roll through. When you're blazing with your old boy, J. Roo said squinting early morning to the night. Just make sure my bong ain't packed too tight. We're squinting. Yeah, I know you're squinting, baby. We're squinting, you're squinting. From New York to San Quentin. Get at me.
And we're back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show. Miss Green Jeans.
And I'm Geechee Greens.
Yeah, okay, Geechee. Your response to this letter.
Well, I'm from the South, and we do things a little bit differently. So I don't, even if I do smoke in my own house, all times, I have a parent or an elder that does come in the house and they don't smoke, I wouldn't smoke in my house. I actually walk outside, smoke outside, or something like that. I wouldn't go in another room, smoke. I wouldn't put a towel, open the window. I wouldn't do that. I would actually just leave the whole entire house. It's just because I have a different type of mannerisms, I guess, or was raised a certain way, coming from here. I don't know what it is, but I think I would assume that is more to the story for the young lady to be like that, or she just can be regularly like that. And he says in the letter that he smokes when they go to her parents' house. Her and her mama smoke together. So right there, that tells you that they have a whole different mindset and mentality, And so with his parents being, I would consider them, I guess, religious-like, where they don't smoke, I personally wouldn't have been smoking in the house either, knowing that they had to come in just to accommodate them because they older. But I don't know what the whole story is behind the whole thing. But I personally, if I had in-laws that came into my house and beat me and my husband smoke, we wouldn't smoke in the house. We'd actually go and smoke in the garage, or we'll go smoke in the outside or whatever. Now, if they came in the house and the house was already smoky, that's one thing. Mm-hmm. But just to light the spliff up right there in front of them, a token, I think that's totally disrespectful, especially if they're not really used to it. Now, if they don't have a problem with it, and I spoke in front of them and they didn't have a problem with it, that's one thing. But if I spoke in front of them and they had a problem with it, then they my guests in the house. I always learned how to. It is my house. Do whatever I want to be in my house, but I also make my guests comfortable staying in the house with you.
Mm-hmm. Well,
but
go ahead.
Go get him. Good response.
Okay, this is my continued response. First and foremost, I do believe there's more going on in that house than what's being said. If this is a 5-bedroom home, we don't know if it's a house, mobile home, condo, whatever. 5 bedrooms. 5 bedrooms. I'm thinking it's either one of two things. It's either a house or a mobile home. It's either one of the two. So you're gonna have vents. You need to close off your vents if you're gonna smoke in the house. That's what I'm gonna say. Second, like I said, we don't know if this is a medical patient. We don't know the state they're in or anything else. But once again, this is how I look at it. And I look at it a little different than Geechee. First, well, let me say it like you said. Some parts that I look at it differently. Others, I agree. First and foremost, I'm going to use my mother-in-law, for example. I don't smoke in front of my mother-in-law. I don't. If she's in the area where I'm at and I'm going to smoke, I completely leave the area. But when it comes down to my home, that's a whole nother ball game. Once again, I'm not going to smoke in front of her because I was raised in the South as well. I'm not going to disrespect her by smoking right there in front of her. But I will exit and go to another room because it's, like I said, it's my house. And I went through this similar conversation in my house with my husband. So this was a little personal for me because the point of it is this. You drink in front of your family, your mom and dad, 9 times out of 10. Some people do, some don't. I did not drink or smoke in front of my mother. I have not. I drank with my father once because he asked me to, and I was 40 some years old then, and I still was uncomfortable with it. But would I smoke in front of my father? Heck no, I would not. Out of respect for him. But once again, if it's my house, keyword my house, I would vacate the area. If it's a nice day, yeah, I might go outside because I rather prefer to smoke outside. But if it's cold and it's raining, I'm going to get to the father's room. I'm going to close off the vents. I'm going to crack the window, put the towel down, do what I got to do. Even if I have to take a shower and change clothes, I want my guests to be comfortable. So I understand both sides of the issue. And if you have some comments or anything, I'm going to find a way to post this story on my Facebook page. And I would love for y'all to comment, when you hear the story, because it was called interesting. And I kind of liked some of the comments I heard, and some of them I didn't care for. But if you also go to Steve Harvey on iHeart, you can hear the story for yourself and hear the comments and tell me what you think. So Geechee, you did make some valid points about that. It is her house, but at the same time, you must respect your elders. Geechee.
I made some valid points.
Yeah, first and foremost, it states in the Bible that thou shalt honor thy mother, thy father.
It's just sense. That's how I look at it. But everybody don't have the same evaluations. You can't use the Bible as a general guideline. Not everybody uses that as a guideline. But it's just, I think it's just respectful. But it is what it is. Not everybody have that same thing. Like, I don't smoke weed with my mama. If she smokes weed or not, I don't even know. But I don't smoke weed with my mama. I would never smoke weed with my mother.
Well, I have smoked with all three of my children.
I found out Arthur did token. He used to hustle or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't. I always look at it kind of weird at all my friends with parents. Mm-hmm. I just be like, you smoke with your daddy? Yeah, girl, because, but I'm like, oh, okay. I'll smoke with him too now. I ain't gonna not smoke with him. Right. I'm just saying, my mama come in and
now I'm gonna tell you like this here. For me personally, Geechee, it was kind of weird for me to smoke with my kids, especially my baby boy. Oh my God, when I tell you that story about him, my oldest son, I knew, for a fact he was gonna be a smoker. My daughter kind of surprised me a little bit when she, puff passed. Now my baby boy was a whole nother ball game, because he was down outright. He was trying to get me to quit smoking and all this other. When I say just say no poster child, he was it. So I had just finished rolling up one day, location not in this area. This was another place, and it's been several years ago, and he had just turned 18. So I'm up there finna get ready to light up, and he took it away from me. I'm like, boy, if you flush that down the toilet, it's gonna be a conversation that ain't gonna be with words. And he looked at me and took the blunt, put it to his mouth, and put a light to it, and puffed like a big man. Exhale and say, "Hey, mama, I smoke." Yeah, if you could have seen the look on my face, the silence that you got, that's what I looked at like. Okay, and me and him, I think it brought us a little closer. To believe it or not, because we don't talk much about it anymore because he's in a different state now. But I look at it like this: out of all the things your children could get into, and now notice I say they need to be over the age of 18, 21, whatever you feel comfortable with. All three of my kids have graduated high school. All three of them have went to some sort of college one way or the other. So for the lady that was on the Steve Harvey that made the statement of hood rats, no, that's not the case. You need to understand the culture and the language before you judge. And for anybody else that misjudged that lady, y'all don't know her story, you don't know the state, You don't know the circumstances. So it's nice to comment, but think about it once again. Before you take that next shot of tequila, before you take that next Hennessy to the head, and before you put your pinky up with your glass of wine, whatever you prefer. Judge thee not.
That's right.
Judge thee not. That's all I'm gonna say to that. Geechee? Yep.
That's all I got to say.
Girl, I heard Bernie gonna be in town.
Yeah, girl. Bernie coming to Charleston.
Yes.
You know, Charleston is a hopping and popping space.
Yes, girl. Charleston's a hot spot, but you know the reason why everybody's circling Charleston so strong in the South Carolina state in particular, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because our primary is March next year. We're one of the few. We're one of the early voting states in this shit, and I'm ready for them to come to Rock Hill. If you come to Rock Hill, and I'm putting this out here, I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, or Independent. I want to come. I will be glad to come to your hotel, set up, and do the show. You know, do the show with you as the main guest. That's for any 2020 gubernatorial candidate. And oh, by the way, we're gonna talk about Bernie, and we're waiting on Cory Booker, because you haven't heard.
We're still waiting on you, Cory.
Yeah, we're still waiting on you, and I think we're gonna have to take it up to the next level. How long has it been now, Geechee?
About a week and a half.
Oh yeah, we need to take it up to the next level. So what I'm gonna do is this. It's about time for us to take our break after, about in the halfway mark, 30 minutes after the hour. I want you to talk about the call that text that you got yesterday. That was kind of interesting about Bernie Sanders. Because we ain't going to have enough time. I can tell you that right now, because let me tell you something. My girl Geechee gets down with the get down. So we're going to go ahead and give you this quick song. We're going to give you our dang, I hate that medicine. I'm lagging ass this morning. PSA. Then we're gonna give you one more song, and then we're gonna be right back. Cause when Geechee gets started, boy, she ain't no stopping her. But she gonna drop some knowledge on y'all about Bernie Sanders' upcoming event. So get ready for that. We'll be right back. You're tuned to the Wake and Bake Show. Geechee.
Yeah.
Girl, bring that light up. We need another one.
I'm way up light and I'm so right, Jack. I'm mellow. I'm gonna put my nickel in a slot machine and play my solid cinder. I'm gonna scratch, peck, choose, cue, cause I'm on a bender. I'm so high and so dry. I'm sailing in the sky. I got my roaches out. I can't come down. Jack, I'm mellow.
When you're under the influence of marijuana and you choose to get behind the wheel, you know it's wrong. So if you don't listen to your instincts, think about your fellow passengers. Or think about the other people on the road. Even the unexpected ones. And if you don't think about them,
you'll answer to us. Drive baked, get busted.
Let the taste, they hit the ground.
Let me get a light on.
And welcome back. You're in tune to the Wake and Bake Show. I'm your host, Miss Green Jeans.
And I'm Geechee Green.
Yeah, y'all know we talk off air, and we couldn't let that strawberry letter go. This is the response. The reason why we couldn't let it go, I guess I'm going to give y'all a window to one of the comments. I'm not going to give out the person's name because I don't have the authorization to do that, but this is what I am going to give it back, and Geechee's going to get a response back from that. And it's more comments that's even more worse than this, but I think this is the best worded one yet that I read with. The deal is the grandparents want to be close to their grandkids. Their daughter-in-law holds the golden ticket. They and parentheses son and his parents have to remember why they are buying the house there. To be close to the grandkids. They want to piss her off, and I bet they will not be spending time with them, with the kids. The husband has to remember the bigger picture. So, bro, you need to keep the peace and deal with it. Don't get your wife mad at your parents, and help your parents to understand and remember the goal. Because it's clear your wife has a puffing problem, and if she don't realize it and do something about it, she'll be dealing with the law in some shape, form, or fashion. Then you really gonna need your parents. Again, I think it's your wife. I think you signed up for this. So love your wife with compassion. Now, Geechee, the microphone.
I have a problem with that. I have a problem with his response. And I really do have a problem with his response because your wife has a puffing problem, and that's going to end up with some legal problems. What legal problems are going to happen? She might be in a legal, you know what I'm saying? Who says she trafficking weed across state lines? Nobody's doing that. She's smoking in her house. That's the problem. Is she's smoking in her house, and he smokes with her too. He says that I smoke with her on occasion. Mm-hmm. He might not be a heavy smoker, but he smokes. You know,
right.
So parents, if the parents say know that, that's really what his issue is. His parents don't know he smoked. Yep. My parents know I smoke. I just don't smoke in front of them or near them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And
that's the same thing I was feeling too. I feel that he's a closet smoker.
Make these judgmental. My thing is when I have a problem with the strawberry letter though. That's what I was saying, because the strawberry letter is all one sided. It's one person saying this one-sided thing. Nobody ever confesses their issues. No. They never tell their side of it. They never make themselves look like the bad guy. They always point themselves in a nice light. They always make themselves look like they're a good person, and then somebody else is causing the problem. The sisters could have a problem with mother-in-law because the mother-in-law could be a straight motherfucking bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He married my son, and da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da. That's the problem. He's like, you in my house now. You know what I'm saying? I had to walk on eggshells and kiss ass all this time. And here you in my house. I'm going to smoke. You know what I'm saying? That could be her response for the whole thing. She might just be getting it in because you might get that get back. You know what I'm saying? I know people who marry
and she might be smoking more just because of the fact that it is her in-laws. I'm going to tell you like this, my mother-in-law makes me nervous.
All right, and she get anxiety. She might have anxiety issues. She could be smoking because she got anxiety. Who knows? But I'm gonna tell you right now. I know parents. I know people who don't even smoke and got major issues with their mother-in-laws who married their son. You know, I'm like, come on, get out. You can't fuck your son. Let that boy go. Let that boy go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real.
The key word is they in a 5-bedroom house, so from just that description alone, they can't be hurting too bad.
Well, they're in a 5-bedroom house, which means they got plenty room to move around. So why we all got to sit in the same room to watch TV? I don't know. Why y'all only got one TV room? Why your parents can't watch TV in their room?
Right.
Why they all got to watch TV in the living room? And listen, I'm sure she ain't sitting on the couch smoking weed while they sitting on the couch. She might have smoked weed and the smell might be in the house. Right. So guess what? If they got kids, everybody high, because the kids get high they catch a contact from out the goddamn vents. Like you say, close your vents. You know what I'm saying? You don't like it? Oh well, you are a guest in their house. You know what I'm saying? So I respect you for being an older person.
Right.
Don't be a bitch about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
and that's what it sounds like. And you got to think about it now. We on the outside looking in. And the reason I brought this up is for several reasons. I've had this conversation in this fight in my own house. I'm not going to tell you the response, what I gave, but it wasn't a good one. Because the point of it is this. We are a couple. You're a husband and wife. It sounds like to me personally, just like you said, Geechee, that he don't want his, by the way, this is going to be the last talk of the day too, guys. Sound like he's a closet smoker. And he don't want his parents to know. This is what I'm going to say to you, bro. Pull up your Fruit of Balloons, your tidy whities, because obviously you in them. And if your parents know, this is 2019 going into 2020. Yeah, mama, daddy, poppy, mommy, however you say it. I smoke. I don't do it all the time, but I smoke. Do you know the feeling that you will feel after you let your parents know that you smoke? My mom didn't know if I smoked or not when she passed away. I definitely told my dad, and we had a long discussion about it.
My mama know I smoke, and my mother has a problem with my smoking. Mm-hmm. And I don't even smoke around her, but my mama had a problem with my smoking. She's like, she's like, maybe one day you need to stop smoking. And I said, well, my life is perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. I said, if I'm broke, then I'll stop smoking. If I'm hungry, then I'll stop smoking. If I'm naked, if I'm homeless, I said, at this point in time, everything is working. So how about you tell that story to the people who drink, who can't get up the next morning to go to work? I get up every day to go to my job. So what is the problem? It's not that. It's not my smoking doesn't affect anybody, me. So my biggest thing is it's propaganda. That's what it is. It's propaganda. Most people are not educated on cannabis. And because they're not educated on cannabis, they're brought to make decisions based on ignorance. People have been infiltrated with this propaganda on how weed is the gateway drug to anything. I don't know what gateway they go, but sitting down, eating, sleeping, or fucking them the only gateway they going. They ain't going no place else, because if you drink alcohol, and most people have drank alcohol before the age of 10 years old, have had some kind of alcoholic beverage sip, their parents then give them a little hit. They sneak and get some communion at church, something, and they have had alcohol in their system. And if it is genetic, it will trigger anything. And that means they're going for the next high. They can't get liquor, they're going for the next high. That's going to give them about the same high that alcohol gives them. And what drugs are those? Cocaine, methamphetamine, PCP, angel dust, ice. That's ridiculous. We need to stop. We need to propagate and educate people on this propaganda. That's why it is important that I talk to Bernie.
That's
because
right.
Bernie's running for president. And our job at the Wake and Bake Show is to have a conversation about marijuana, cannabis, with every political candidate that is running, because they are trying to run and govern our lives and our future. And we stand on this platform, and we need to have a conversation. So I'm calling you out, Cory Booker. We already had a conversation. I looked you in my eye to eye and said, I need you to call in our show. And you said you will make sure that the scheduling team gets that information. Well, they got that information. I personally handed my card to you, so the scheduling team can get that information. It's up to them. On Thursday here in Charleston, Bernie is going to be in town in North Charleston, and I definitely am going to be there, because I'm going to be not number 2, but number 1 person asking the question on your stance on cannabis. How are we going to maximize this situation? That's what we need to know. And if anybody got any questions before Thursday, go ahead and send your email in. You can email us, or you can hit us on the live chat, or call us and then tell us what y'all want to ask Bernie, so we can get these questions lined up. Because I need them to change this financial situation. When we process these accounts, we don't have to walk around with cash in hand all the time, because that is just too damn dangerous.
Yep. Well, I see we got people on the move. Speaking of dangerous, Sean Tolliver of North Carolina, congratulations. He will be speaking at the Georgia World Cannabis Conference. They're in Atlanta. Yes. On March 23rd. By the way, Sean Tolliver is the co-president of Minorities for Medical Marijuana North Carolina chapter. Once again, congratulations, Sean. I don't know if I'll be able to be there or not, but if I'm not, I'm there with you in spirit and in heart, honey. Keep doing what you're doing. Sean has grown and doing beautiful things in the industry, and I'm proud to be part working with him. Once again, thank you very much, Sean, for standing up for the Carolinas and showing them, hey, we green too. We know what we talking about.
And Canatrax.
That's right. Canatrax is on the move. Yep. So, what else is going on in the world of weed?
What is? Do you know? Things are shaking in the world of weed.
Yep. Oh, I know what
What's
I meant to tell
down?
you about. Check this out. St. Louis.
Oh.
Yeah, down there in St. Louis, the state of Missouri, period. Do you know they're trying to reverse the cannabis law there already, and they ain't got shit open up yet? Somebody put legislation up to be voted on to kill their current voter enhanced bill for medical marijuana there.
What?
Yes. That is so crazy. Oh, wow. There's a lot going on
crazy.
There. Yeah, but check this out also. All this stuff is popping up all at once. Okay, at the Georgia State Capitol today, they're talking Let's Talk Cannabis. Cordell Legislation Office Building, 18 State Capitol Square, Southwest Atlanta today. From 9:30 to 9:30 to 1:30, they talking cannabis. Meet your legislator and what's now and related instruction and utilities commerce meeting in room 45 cap. This is going on. Cheryl posted it. Cheryl Murphy Power. Let me see. Joe Mack asked was she in Atlanta. Okay. Okay, yeah, she's gonna be there. So, this is hosted by Care down in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, Cheryl, for making that pop up where I can see it. Yeah, you got something running in the background again.
I don't have anything running in the background.
I don't know what's coming up like that, but we're going to have to work on that. But yeah, it's just so much stuff that's popping up that's going on in the Oh wow, Chicago's gonna have their first 420 rally. That's cool. I'm still trying to get to that one story. Let me give them a quick song where we gonna find that one story I wanted to go to real quick. Man. I have to apologize, guys. It's just one of those days today on the Wake and Bake Show. We ain't woke yet. We'll be back.
Needs to get himself some raw papers.
They're hard to learn with the excess slippery. They are.
They are slippery.
Compared to like blue ones and shit.
They are slippery, but you just, once you get that,
take a breath. Been trying to ignore it lately. Sometimes life can drive me crazy. I stay with my vision hazy. Please don't ask me why. I trip up over nothing. Always down about something. Worried about all the wrong things I can't justify. Why don't we roll up tonight? I got a lot on my mind. Tonight get high and discuss. That's why you gotta puff, puff, pass. Relax a little bit, take a breath and exhale. Just puff, puff, pass. Cause once you get a hit, you won't really care about whether you're rich or if you're broke. Watch your worries go up in smoke and just puff, puff, pass. Relax a little bit, take a breath and exhale. Get a bit cross-faded, don't know what the vibe is later, but I brought the rolling papers if you want to get high. I'm over stressing out. out. So don't wait, the time is now. Gotta get up to get down. So if that's what you like, why don't we roll up another? I got a lot on my mind. Tonight get high and discover. That's why you gotta puff, puff, pass, relax a little bit, take a breath and exhale. Just puff, puff, pass, 'cause once you get a hit, you won't really care about whether you're rich or if you're broke. Watch your worries go up in smoke and just puff, puff, pass, relax a little bit, take a breath and exhale. Why don't we roll up another? Tonight, let's get high and discover. That's why you gotta puff, puff, pass, relax a little bit, take a breath and exhale. Just puff, puff, pass, 'cause once you get a hit, you won't really care about whether you're rich or if you're broke. Watch your worries go up in smoke and just puff, puff, pass, relax a little bit, take a breath. That's why you gotta puff, puff, pass, relax a little bit, take a breath and exhale. Just puff, puff, pass, 'cause once you get a hit, you won't really care about whether you're rich or if you're broke. Watch your worries go up in smoke and just puff, puff, pass, relax a little bit, take a breath and exhale.
And we're back. Hey, Geechee.
Yeah.
Girl, I know it's been a rough morning. It's our Monday on a Tuesday, guys. We do apologize. It's just been, you know how one of those days is just so rough. Hey, speaking of rough, California got some major issues, man.
Major issues going on in California.
Yes. Now check this out. California marijuana's industry need an intervention to avoid an extinction event. And what they mean about that, once the cannabis industry is supposed to be a multi-billion-dollar industry in California, now it could be being what advocates call an extinction. In other words, a kill event. I cannot say extinction event. An estimated 10,000 marijuana growers could lose their license in the coming months if California lawmakers fail to pass a bill designated to grant them an extension, according to Senator Mike McGuire of Hillsburg, who is sponsoring Senate Bill 67. The bottom line is this: the bill is going to protect thousands of cannabis farmers, in particular, who have the right, did the right thing, applied for a state license after passage of Proposition 64, but their temporary license is about to expire. Under Proposition 64, California regulatory agencies were authorized to grant cannabis business a temporary license good for 120 days and eligible for a 90-day extension in the event unanticipated delays coming in compliance with California Environmental Quality Act. Temporary license holder could apply for a 1-year provisional license. In other words, is this: they feel that some people just, from what I can tell from the story, California is lagging behind on a lot of things, and this is going to be one of them. And what it did is left a window or a loophole that the police could actually come in and seize and everything if they don't get this bill passed. So, Geechee, what you think? You've been out in California before, right?
Yes.
So this is your forte right here, girl. So what's going on out in Cali?
Well, with the influx of everybody making moves and shifting, that's one of the reasons why you see a decreasing amount in the growers. But the legislation is legislation. We like to say California is an open-minded state. You can get things first in Cali before you get them anyplace else because they're more modern. You would say things like that, but we still have to remember the people that run California are not as open-minded as we think. At any time that they feel like they can pull the cord and the string to make you dance, the puppet dance, then they're going to do that. And I think that's what's going on with California. They're going to push it to the end where they gonna pretend like they're going to allow this bill to not pass, but they're gonna pass it because the revenue that's come out of the marijuana industry in California is ridiculous. They have so much profit; it's ridiculous. So the state isn't looking forward to losing that. You know, it gives them access to cut their budget for a government budget because they have increased so much taxes from the state. So they're not going to allow that to happen. They just like to play the game. I think that's really what's going on over there in California. And as you see in a lot of states, you'll see that come more and more because they're going to start competing with the idea of what grower we can get and what industry we can bring here. You know, what cannabis industry jobs we can bring, because that's where it's going. Yes, California, they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I don't think they are neither, because Proposition 64 is older than dirt. And, that's one of the oldest bills. The only other bill that's older is the one here in the state of South Carolina. But those are the two oldest medical marijuana bills on the planet right now. Well, get you about that time, girl. We done made it through. Yeah. So you want to say your goodbyes real quick because we're going to be pushing it close.
I'm going to say thank y'all for tuning in. We look forward to hearing from y'all tomorrow. Tune back in. We'll be uppity and more pepped within our steps. Thank you. That's all I got. Check me out, Giovanni Richardson on Instagram or the Gala Grill on Twitter or Facebook, and peace out.
Geechee. That's it. I appreciate you, girl. Once again, guys, y'all know y'all can catch me all over the planet except for one thing. If you go to Twitter, make sure you add that one, because if you don't add that one, you are messed up completely. On that note, hey, that's all I'm going to say is this. Are you awake yet? Miss Green Jeans wasn't, but she did a damn good job in trying. We're going to wake y'all up again tomorrow morning. Hey, y'all, peace and love. Hey, we out of here. Say bye, Geechee.
We out. Goodbye.
SOS.
Peace.
Smoke one, son. We out.
You gotta smoke one of this. Yeah. You gotta light one. If you don't, it's cool. But if you do, you're way cooler. Versace on my dishes, Armani on my slippers. How do we smoke all this weed, still handle all this business? A major key to success is watch the competition. I move discreet as I can, roll up without permission. Most of these niggas is hoes, do anything for status. No real talent, just part of an Instagram challenge. Niggas is squares, a movie cast full of bad actors. Don't let the media fool you, these niggas moving backwards. I'm trying to stay as far away from lames as possible. They hardly mention my name, but know they watching, though. Lost my brother this year, one thing it taught me though is that I'm built to win no matter the obstacle. Make sure my team is in order, still got new crops to grow. 3 million on settlements, but God got me though. I learned so many new things and got a lot to show. Now we don't go anywhere without an ounce to blow. No summer tour this year, I'm doing festivals. I took a little time off so that my neck could grow. Still writing checks and dressing the best head to toe. What you expect in the presence of a professional? Nothing less. We smoke the best. A new strain I might invest. I stay stoned, cause we